So in the previous class, we have completed company, definition of company. Then we have completed defined company code. Then we have assigned a company code to company. Now the next topic is define business area. So first of all, let us try to understand what is business area. It is the organization unit in the financial accounting which structures the organization according to the geographical area of operations or the line of activity to which the business transactions can also be posted. Again, I'm repeating. It is the organization unit in the financial accounting which structures the organization according to the geographical area of operations or the line of activity to which the business transactions can also be posted. Generally, the branches of the organization can be created as business areas. The purpose of the business areas is to prepare the financial statements for the internal management analysis purpose. That means here, see, division of enterprise according to the geographical area of activity. Means, for example, carrying on business in number 1, Hyderabad, number 2, Chennai, number 3, Mumbai, number 4, Calcutta. So this is called the geographical division of enterprise. So we are carrying on business in these geographical areas means what? We are having the branches there. So each branch can be created as business area. So we can also post the business transactions to the business areas also in addition to company code. As a result, for each business area, we can prepare the P&L account and balance sheet. And the P&L account and balance sheet can be used by the management for the internal analysis purpose. Means what? Say, for example, your total company code profits. Your total company code profits are 100 crores, right? Then, with the help of the business area financial statements, we can find the profit for each of the business area. So, from the business area financial statements, we came to know that Hyderabad branch or Hyderabad business area has earned a profit of 50 crores. Then, Chennai business area has earned a profit of 40 crores. Then Mumbai business area has earned a profit of 30 crores. But Calcutta has earned a loss of 20 crores. See, with the help of the business area financial statements, we can find the profit or loss for each of the business area. So from this analysis, we can find that Calcutta branch is making a loss of 20 crores. Now, the management has to take corrective action to make the Calcutta branch running into profits. Suppose if the management is thinking that it's not at all possible to make the Calcutta branch running into profits, then we can take one decision to close Calcutta branch. You can take one decision to close Calcutta branch. Then with the same performance levels, next year, your profits will be 120 crores. So by just taking this decision, your profits will be increased by 20% next year. So how you have been able to take this decision? From the business area financial statements. From the business area financial statements, right? So this is called internal analysis purpose, right? Then the business areas can also be defined on the basis of line of activity. So what is the line of activity? Division of enterprise on the basis of line of activity. Means under the same name of the company code, we are carrying on business in textiles manufacturing, then chemicals manufacturing, then power generation. So these are called line of activities. So we can design the business areas on the basis of line of activities also. So in that case, each line of activity will be created as one business area. Then again, we can prepare the business area financial statements. So with the help of the financial statements for this line of activities, we can also take the managerial decisions. For example, this year, the management wants to increase the production capacity of a particular product, right? So in that case, it needs some information like what? For which product we are having demand. From the management perspective, management is thinking that for every product, we are having equal demand. And also we have the equal sales force to push up the increased market, to push up the production of increased production into the market. Like that, for every product, right? For every line of activity, all these parameters are available. Apart from this, the most important information they require is the profits contributed by each of the product. So if they know the profits contributed to each of the product, then they can increase the production of that product, which is earning more profits to the company. Ultimately, always, the management objective is to maximize the profits. So in that case, if they can identify the product which is earning more profits to the company, then they can invest the additional capital or they can increase the production of that product. This is called, right, managerial decision making. So like that, the business area financial statements can be used by the management for the internal analysis purpose and also for the decision making purpose. Now, here the question is, I told you, we can prepare the business area financial statements. So that is P&L account and balance sheet. Now, in order to prepare the business area financial statements, the system has to identify the expenses, revenues, and other balance sheet items with each of the business area. In that case, how the system will identify it? Say, for example, today we have paid the rent and we are posting the rent transaction. Then we post one entry, debit rent account 25,000 to bank account 25,000. Okay, so rent account to bank 25,000. So while posting this business transaction, the user has to enter. Remember, the user has to enter the business area. So if the user, while posting this business transaction, if the user enters the business area Hyderabad, then the rent to expense is posted to Hyderabad business area. If the user enters the Chennai business area, then this transaction is posted to Chennai business area and so on, right? That's how, while posting the business transaction, every business transaction, the user has to enter the business area, right? Now, here, we can design the business areas. See here, I told you, which structures the organization according to the geographical area of operations or the line of activity. Means we can design the business areas either on the basis of geographical area of activity or the line of activity, right? So in that case, which criteria we use to design the business areas? Let us discuss different scenarios. See, you are carrying on business in these three geographical areas, right? Or we are carrying on business in Hyderabad, Chennai, Mumbai, Calcutta. So in these geographical areas, we are carrying on business only in the textiles manufacturing, right? In that case, each geographical area is created as business areas. That is one scenario. In the another scenario, we are carrying on business only in Hyderabad, right? In Hyderabad, we are carrying on business in textiles manufacturing, chemicals manufacturing, and power generation. Normally, this scenario will never exist. This scenario will not exist in the real time because nowadays, right, every company wants to expand like anything. But theoretically, it is possible. We are carrying on business only in Hyderabad. In Hyderabad, we are carrying on business in these 3 line of activities. In that case, each line of activity is created as business area. Another scenario. That is the real scenario now. We are carrying on business in Hyderabad, Chennai, Mumbai, and Calcutta. In each geographical area, we are carrying on business in textiles manufacturing, chemicals manufacturing, and power generation. Right? In that case, the requirement of the management is like this. The management wants to know the profit for Hyderabad business area, Chennai business, the management wants to know the profit from Hyderabad branch, Chennai branch, Mumbai branch, Calcutta branch, and also it wants to know the profit from textiles manufacturing, chemicals manufacturing, and power generation. Right? Then how to meet this requirement? Remember, normally, always we design the business areas, right, on the basis of geographical areas only. So when you create each geographical area as business area, then we can prepare the financial statements. Then we can find the profit from each of the business areas, right? Just okay. Then the management wants to know the profit from this line of activity also. In that case, each line of activity is created as profit centers. So when you create each line of activity as profit center, for each profit center also, we can prepare the P&L account and balance sheet. So that's how, by creating the each line of activity as profit center also, we can meet the requirement of the management of finding out the profits. So what is profit center? We will discuss later on. It's a separate module is there in controlling. At that time, we will discuss. Okay, now, here, we are carrying on. And one more thing is, we can define any number of business areas. The definition of business areas is optional. This is another important point. The definition of business areas is optional. Why? Because I told you in the first class itself, if any reporting is legally required, that is mandatory. But if any reporting is required according to will and wish of the management, then we say that is optional. So in any country, it is not legally required to prepare and present the financial statements of the geographical areas. But if the management wants to see the profits, then only we have to define the business areas. Then the system identifies the expenses and incomes with the business areas by specifying the business area while entering the business transactions. Then the business areas are not assigned to any company code. Very, very important. The business areas are not assigned to any company code because the business areas are created at the client level so that they can be used across the company codes. Means what? Say, for example, right? We cannot assign, even if you want to assign the business areas to the company codes, it is not possible at all. There is no scheme, there is no transaction codes, right? In that case, how the system will be able to identify the expenses and revenues with the respective business areas of respective company codes? For example, we have two company codes, right? SSKV, one company code. Then we have another company code, SSKU. Then we have two geographical areas. SSKV is carrying on business in Hyderabad, then SSKU is also carrying on business in Chennai. Then SSKV is also carrying on business in Chennai. Then SSKU is also carrying on business in Hyderabad. Again, I'm explaining the scenario. We have two company codes, SSKV and SSKU. Then SSKV company code is carrying on business in Hyderabad, Chennai, and SSKU company code is also carrying on business in Hyderabad and Chennai. In that case, if we assign Hyderabad business area to SSKV company code, right, we can push the business transactions in the Hyderabad business area relating to only SSKV company code, right? We cannot push the business transactions to SSKU in Hyderabad, but still SSKU is also carrying on business in Hyderabad. Similarly, if we assign Chennai business area to SSKU, right, then we cannot push the business transactions of SSKV in Chennai business area, but still SSKV is also carrying on business in Chennai. That's why we can never, you cannot assign the business areas to any company code. In that case, how the system will identify the expenses and revenues with the respect to business areas of respect to company codes? Let us see. For example, today you have paid rent. Rent account data of 25,000 to bank account. 25,000, right? In that case, at the time of posting this business transaction, the user has to enter both the company code and business area. This is company code. So if we just let me write, then I will explain. Sorry, this is company code. SSKV. 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 Business area, Hyderabad. Hyderabad. Now, while posting this business transaction, the user has to enter both the company code and business area now. So if the user enters the business company code SSKV and business area Hyderabad, then the system will post the rent payment relating to Hyderabad business area of the company code SSKV. If the user enters the business area SSKV and Chennai, sorry, if the user enters the company code SSKV and business area Chennai, then the system will post this rent payment to the Chennai business area of SSKV company code. Similarly, if the user enters the company code SSKU and business area Hyderabad, then the system will post this transaction to the Hyderabad business area of SSKU company code. Then, if the user enters the business company code SSKU and business area Chennai, then the system will post this transaction to the Chennai business area of SSKU company code. So in simple words, while posting the business transaction, the user has to enter both the company code and business area. That is important what you have to remember. That is the concept of, but remember, the definition of business areas is optional and we can define any number of business areas. We can define any number of business areas. Clear? Now let us see how to define the business areas. So all this explanation I have given here. So path is starting with SPR, means it is also the job of the consultant. Let us log into the system first. So path is starting with SPRO. SPRO. Then enterprise structure. This is enterprise structure subfolder. then definition. After that, financial accounting. Then after that, define business area. These are the defined business area. Click on new entries. So for each business area, we have to give one name. Let us use our company code name only. So business area is different object and company code is also different object. So we can use the same identification. Write down now in the material. Please write down. Business area is equal to SSKV. Description Hyderabad. Then business area SSK1. Description Chennai. Description Chennai. Business area SSK2. Description Delhi. Description Delhi. Business area SSK3. Description Agra. Description Agra. Business area SSK4. Just like that, I'm giving these identifications. And identification can contain up to 4 characters. It is alphanumeric. See, in SAP, right, always normally every object name can contain up to 4 characters, and that is alphanumeric. Business area SSK4. Description Mumbai, just like that. Description Mumbai. Business area SSK4. Description Pune. Sorry, SSK5. I'm sorry. Business area SSK5. Description Pune. Business area SSK6. Calcutta. Description. Business area SSK7. Description Cuttack. Click on save. So when you get this first box, just click on it. So we have created 8 business areas, right? Now maintain consolidation business area. So before this, right? So some of you may be getting one message. I don't know how many of you have started the practice, right? But all of you, except 1 or 2, have taken the server access. And I hope everybody has done that, has started the practice, right? So at the initial stages, some of you, right, maybe get some messages. Say, for example, right, we are in the business area screen, right? Now, again, I am opening another session, right? Again, I'm trying to open the same business area session. See. See the message given by the system. Locked data. The data is locked by the user Lakshman and it can be displayed only. So do you want to display locked data? If you click yes on the message, right, you don't find the new entries button. You find the new entries in this screen only. So when you open the same screen in the another session, right, you don't get the new entries button. Suppose, for example, right, just now I logged into the business area screen, right? Now I'm creating business areas here, right? Now Srikanth has immediately, he also has logged into the same screen from his place, right? In that case, he will get this message. So system will open the screens only for the first user. For the subsequent users, the system will give the locked message, right? Go back to notes, please. Go back to notes, please. Put heading. locking of the screens. Locking of the screens. When several users, locking of the screens, when several users are trying to, access the same screen, simultaneously, are trying to access the same screen simultaneously, the system will give the access of the screen, to the first user, For the other users, the system will give the locked message. The system will give the locked message. Like write down in the inverted commas. Within inverted commas, the data is locked by the user. The data is locked by the user. Dash dash dash. And can be displayed only. And can be displayed only. Do you want to display locked data? Do you want to display locked data? Inverted commas end. Inverted quotations end. In that case, we have to unlock the. In that case, we have to unlock the screen. We have to unlock the screen. For that, look at the screen here. Just a moment. I will show you one more time. Already, right? We have opened the business area screen, right? Now, in another session, I am trying to open the same screen. Then it is giving this message, right? Now you have to unlock the data, unlock the screens. Right down. Procedure. Click yes on the message. Click yes on the message. Click yes on the message. Go to the transaction code. Yes, I'm told. Go to the transaction code. Yes, I'm told. Just a minute. Go to the transaction code. Yes, I'm told. See, look at this screen. Transaction code yes, I'm told. Username is equal to. Username is equal to. Enter the name of the user. enter the name of the user by whom the screen was locked. Enter the name of the user by whom the screen was locked. Username is equal to enter the name of the user by whom the screen was locked. So here we got the message that screen was locked by Lakshman, right? So you enter the username Lakshman. Suppose if you get the message the screen was locked by user XXXX, then you enter XXXX. Okay. Now continue. Go to menu lock entry. Go to menu lock entry list. Go to menu lock entry list. Now again continue. Next again. Go to menu lock entry, delete all. Go to menu lock entry, delete all. Go to menu lock entry, delete all. Now look at the screen. Delete all lock entries. Yes. Click yes on the message. Click yes on the message. Click yes on the message. Close performance assistant screen. Close the performance assistant screen. Now continue. Now execute the path for same screen. Execute the path for same screen. Look at the screen. Again, you can access now. SPRO. Enterprise structure, definition, finance accounting, define business area. Now you can click on new entries, right? Click on new entries. So two users can use the same screen simultaneously. So this message you may get in the initial stages, right? But in the real time, we don't get these messages because here different users are given access to respective screens based on their role in the organization. Right? But in our training practice, what happens, all the users are using the same screen and every screen, every user access. That's the reason why for the first user, the system gives the access. Then for the subsequent users, the system will give the locked message. So whenever you get this locked message, you have to unlock it, nothing else, right? So the next topic is consolidation business area. So this topic we will see in tomorrow's class because this topic takes more than 40 minutes and I have to explain you this topic at a stroke, right? So that too, some of you might not have started the practice. So whoever have not started the practice, start the practice and try to be on par with the classes. It's very, very important, right, to do the practice every day. Okay. So in SAP, attending the live classes is very important. Simultaneously, doing the practice is also very important. If you are not able to do the practice daily, right, at least complete the practice of the whole week classes on Saturday and Sunday, right? So this consolidation business areas we will see in tomorrow's class. Any questions from anybody? Just to first raise your hands, then I will come one by one. Yeah, Ravi.
Yeah, so this was from last class. Basically, I was trying to assign. There was a warning message when I tried to assign company code to company. I have taken a screenshot as well, so I just wanted to show you.
See, the thing is, I think you are getting one warning message like company
currency does not differ from company. Right? Yes, that's one.
So here you have created the company to one currency and company code with the another currency, right? So when you're trying to assign the company code to the company whose currencies are different, the system obviously will give the warning message, right? In that case, you can ignore the warning message and you can assign it.
But that's normal, right? That's
a normal, right?
Okay.
So in that case, just ignore the warning message. To ignore the warning message, you have to click on enter button, nothing else.
Got it. Got it. I just ignored it, but just wanted to check with you.
Yeah, you are absolutely perfect. Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Any questions from anybody? Okay, then good night and good day. See you tomorrow same time. And I request everybody to log into the class exactly by 7:30, right?
Sir,
Yeah,
sir, are you going to start controlling today? Evening
not today,
batch?
next week.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, because you have to learn something. You have to learn up to GL postings also, right? Once you know the GL postings, you can understand controlling. But for controlling, you have to attend another batch, as I said. Okay, Nirosha?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Rashmi, you just call me right after 1 hour, right? I have another class at 8:30 p.m. So I'll be free at 9:30 p.m. Indian time. So you can call me. I will help you to install SAP GL.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good night and good day all.
Good night. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Good night.